Hey everyone, it is Thankful Thursday and we're getting ready to start a break. So I would love to hear about one thing you can say thank you for. Anything. Could be a friend, a family member, a food, a color, anything that when you see it or you think about it, you feel like, oh, I'm so glad that's here. For me, of course, it's always my students, and I'm really happy to have my job and to work with you guys. But I'm also really, really thankful right now that we are having a break coming up. So that's one thing I'm thankful for. Just a reminder, end of quarter two is Friday. So we will return from the break. You have the end of quarter two. Half of your eighth grade year is over. You guys are halfway through your time at Winburn. You're going to leave and go to high school in two more quarters. All right. So you have this break and you'll return on January 7th. January 7th, they're going to return to classes online. January 7th is a Thursday. So that Thursday and Friday will for sure be, well, I shouldn't say for sure. As of now, those days will be online, and then they will tell us if we will return to school in person the next week or not. So everybody will have a new schedule starting Thursday, January 7th, whether we are online or in person. Everybody will start classes January 7th at 9 o'clock in the morning. 9 o'clock in the morning, you'll go to your first period class. You're going to finish first period at 9:45, and then at 9:50 you have a 5-minute break, and then 9:50 you'll go to your second period. Okay, you go all first, second, third, fourth. Then you have a lunch break, 12:15 to 1, so that's also a little bit shorter. After lunch at 1 o'clock, go back to class, fifth, sixth, and seventh period, and then 3:30 to 4:05 is when you can go and see your teachers for office hours if you need help or have questions. So every teacher, every day, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesdays are still a little bit different. So you will have your first period class still at 9 o'clock. So first period, 9 o'clock every day of the week. After that, you have a break between 9:45 and 1 o'clock. So that's time for you to work on homework projects, meet with teachers, whatever. At 1 o'clock, everybody returns from 1 to 3 for the REACH activities. It will either be grade recovery, meaning you will work with teachers to improve, make up work, improve grades in classes that you failed, or you'll go into one of those special classes that you should have talked about with your first period teacher. If you still have not done that. I don't have them posted here. Shoot, I can post them here. There's a form that you need to complete to tell us which class you want to go to. But for now, it doesn't matter. You'll just know you need to be in your class from 1 to 3. And then office hours again, 3 to 4. So that is everyone's new schedule starting January 7th. All right, a reminder here about power. We haven't talked about it in a while, but it's important to remember. Persevere, own your actions, work hard, express empathy and respect. So most of the time you guys are pretty good about this, but I want you to review it and ask yourself, am I using all my power every day in all my classes? Are you trying your best? Are you doing all of your work and all of your responsibilities? Are you doing the best work you can do? Are you thinking of others? And are you being respectful to teachers, other students, and to yourself and to the class? So I want to know here if you are using your power, and if you are not, it's okay to be honest. I would like to know the truth. I try, but some days I don't use all my power. So all right, our agenda for today was to look at the example sentences from last class. We're going to talk together about how to evaluate them. What does that mean? When we evaluate something, we look at it closely, we make a judgment. Is it good or is it bad? All right. We're going to evaluate the sentences and we'll talk about how we can make the sentences better for your summative grade today, because that's what you're going to do is write sentences. So we will review the writing task and the expectations, and you will write your answers again, the same question from the last class, but this time you have some time to ask questions and make improvements before you submit for a grade. Everyone needs to submit today for summative grade, 60%. It's a big grade. Learning intentions and success criteria, they are all here. They are the same ones we have been working on. Okay, so you can read through that. Remember, you can use the immersive reader. You can practice reading with this. We skipped the review because of time. So the summative grade that you are to submit today, I will assign you a number 1 to 5 in the private chat, but this is not live now. So you just need to write, I don't know how, let's see, many of you are absent and you would have different number of sentences. So I will send you an email in Canvas and I will tell you how many sentences you need to write. If you do not see the email, you can just write 2 sentences. 2 sentences, all right? Write 2 sentences about our question, change the voting age to 16 or do not change the voting age to 16. Remember that you need to give support for your claim. Remember, what is a claim? Claim is your opinion. This is your claim right here. Your claim is going to be one of these 2. Then you need to support that. You need to say why that is good or correct or that's the best answer. You need to say why you feel that way. Really important for you to always say, why do you feel this way? You must use at least 2 of the key points from our class content to support your claim. You have to use 2 key points from the class content to support your claim. And then you have to use all the rules of good academic sentence writing and submit it on Canvas. All right, I chose sentences from our class. That means that if you see your own sentence here, it doesn't matter. It's only in here because it means that we can all learn from it. So nobody's names appear here. It's just the sentences that come from the class, okay? So remember, the most valuable thing you can make is a mistake. You can't learn anything from being perfect, and nobody was perfect in this writing. So don't feel bad if you see your sentence. It's fine. It's good. It means you're learning, and we are all learning from it. All right, so your task now is you see the little thumbs, and you're going to move them to yes or no by reading the sentence. I think they should not change the voting age to 16 because teens are still growing and teens can't take care of themselves. That's the sentence that these questions are about. So, does this sentence have a subject and a verb? Do we know who or what the sentence is about, and do we know what they did? So, I think is a subject and a verb. Okay, they should not, because teens are. So, yes, we have a subject and a verb in the sentence. Does the sentence have a complete and clear idea? Can you understand what this person is saying? I think they should not do that because teen brains are still growing and teens can't take care of themselves. So this part to me is a little bit unclear. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Like, I would like an example to help me know what the writer is saying here a little bit more clearly. So I think the first part is clear, but the second part to me is not really clear. I think the best thing this writer could do is add a sentence here. For example, comma, teens cannot, I don't know what this person was thinking, but maybe you'd say, for example, teens cannot all drive themselves to school. I don't know, or maybe you mean that teens can't cook for themselves. I don't know what you mean by take care of yourself. So that would be a good way to make this a better sentence is tell me, for example, comma, and then tell me what this means. All right. Does this sentence have a capital letter and a period? Capital letter, period, yes. Okay. Does it use two key points from class content, that's important, to support the claim? So here is the claim. Do not change the voting age to 16 because teens are still growing. Yes, that is a point from our class. That is one of the key points. And teens can't take care of themselves. That is not one of the points that we learned about in class. So that's going to be a no. It's okay to use this as long as you say, for example, and then you have to add another key point from our class. So that's what I would like you to do for each of these sentences. You're going to read the sentence. I think the US should change the voting age to 16 because it will help us in voting. And 16 already know what it is it like. It will help us impact our committees and live better in life. Do we have a subject and a verb? Yes. Does the sentence have a complete and clear idea? I think the first part, yes, but the second part, I'm not clear on. I don't know what this writer means, so I'm going to say no to that. Capital letter, yes, period, no. So that's a no. Does it use two key points from class content to support the claim? No. I see the claim. It will help because it will help us in voting. How? You need to tell me how. And I don't know what this part means. So I need more information about that. So you're supposed to be using two of the key points. I don't see those, so I had to answer no to that. Last one, I think the US should change the voting age to 16 because teenagers have new ideas and teenagers can change the world. Voting allows people to have a voice. Teen brains are still growing with new ideas and more motivated. Subject and a verb. Each of these three sentences does have a subject and a verb. Complete and clear idea. I think for the most part, yes. I would like to know more about this. Teenagers can change the world. I would like to know maybe how. This would be a good place to say, for example, comma, teenagers have led protests against climate change, for example. That would be a way to add information and help the reader understand this better. Does it have a capital letter and a period? Yep. Yep. And yep. So that's a yes. Two key points. I see three key points. So I'm going to say yes. So this is very good. I would remove these numbers, take them away because we want to be writing just paragraphs here. If you want to make it excellent, you could add the for example right here and tell me one of the reasons that you learned about in class. All right, the last thing that we looked at are what we call the superstar sentences. So this writer did a fantastic job. I think the US should change the voting age to 16 because voting allows people to have a voice. One reason why the voting should change to 16 is that teen brains are still growing, so they can create new ideas more easily. Another reason is that voting is a right and a privilege in a democracy. Finally, some issues affect teens more than adults, like climate change. So this is a really great example of excellent sentences written with supporting ideas from class and little phrases like one reason why, another reason, finally. That makes everything sort of flow together really well. So this would be a perfect score. It's because this one has everything that it's supposed to have. These others are okay. They're pretty good starts, but they need help. So these sentences back here still need to improve. All right, so practice comes now. This is where you will write your sentences for your summative grade. Go to Canvas, open the Change the Voting Age assignment, which you can see under today's lesson, Change the Voting Age. Click on it. And here again, look at the information we learned from the class. Choose 2 or 3 ideas to support your opinion about changing the voting age. So here are all the key points to support changing the voting age. They're all right here for you. All of them. Voting rights, teen brains, and change the voting age. Decide which ones you like if you believe we should change the voting age. Or if you believe we should not change the voting age, you want to choose your ideas from this section where it says reasons against changing the voting age. 2, there are some phrases here to help you if you want to add them to your paragraph, if you're writing more than 1 or 2 sentences. Here is your sentence starter to get you going. I think the US should change the voting age to 16 because, or I think the US should not change the voting age to 16 because. Write your sentences here. You need to write at least 2 sentences. All right, you're going to start with this sentence starter right here. Use 2 key points from up here. Capital letter, period. Make sure you have capital letter and period, subject and a verb, complete and understandable idea, and support. 2 reasons. Then you will come up here, you'll see a blue submit button. Be sure to click that so that I can get your work. All right, guys, that's it. I will see you in January 7th. Have a fantastic holiday. Have a great break. I hope you get to rest and relax, and I will see you in January.